business soul work and marketing activation for coaches. So today in our expert hangout, I have Jess Webb with me. So welcome, Jess. Jess is the web marketing goddess extraordinaire who helps women entrepreneurs on a mission to create irresistible website and an online presence. An online presence that will make their hearts sing and attract their perfect clients. Jess has a deep knowledge of marketing. She knows what works and how to do it in a way that is authentic and feels good to you. She combines done-for-you design and techie services with marketing mentorship and strategy to help her clients not just have a beautiful online presence, but one that really works for them with a marketing strategy that they can use going forward to keep getting great results. Awesome. Welcome, Jess, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ling. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So before we start, can you tell people where they can find you?
Absolutely. So you can find me online at my website at jesswebb.com. That's JESSWEBB.com.
Okay, wonderful. So without further ado, we have some great questions for Jess today. So I'm going to dig in. Jess, you have a lot of experience working with women entrepreneurs on their websites and online presence. What is the biggest mistake you see them making with their websites? Of course, that is before they come to you.
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. So the biggest mistake that I see them making is really not focusing their website on building their email list. So this looks like either not having any kind of sign-up form on their website, or if they do have it, it's not irresistible. It's not something that anybody would want to sign up for. So I see a lot things like, it'll say sign up for my newsletter, sign up to get updates. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to get a newsletter or updates. It's pretty generic and boring.
I know, right? It's like, do you want another thing to stuff up your already really busy inbox that you don't even want to look at?
Right, exactly. So the way to really turn that around is to give your people a really irresistible free gift when they sign up, something that they really want, that they're really interested in, and that helps them to really dive in and start solving that problem that they're coming to you for help with in the first place.
Awesome. Yeah, I do a lot of these things with my clients. Is that I really make them use every single piece of real estate on their website, and one of the most important thing is to grow the list, because you need to have that kind of connection with people, build the relationship, and get clients that way. So absolutely. Is there any other things you want to add in terms of the biggest mistakes?
Yeah, just to kind of expand on that a little bit more. It's also important to make sure that you're putting it in language and terms that will speak to your ideal client, that they will understand, that they get that you're talking to them. So a lot of times I'll see women entrepreneurs who have some kind of free gift on their website, but it's not what their ideal clients are really looking for, or it's put in language and words that are not going to connect to their ideal client. So especially when working with a lot of woo-woo entrepreneurs who have all this kind of metaphysical lingo and mystical lingo and all of that, if you use that kind of lingo on your website and your ideal clients aren't people who get that language yet or who understand that yet, they're not going to be able to connect to it. So you need to put it into words and language that they're going to understand, and make sure that that free gift is something that they're really going to want. Mm-hmm. And a great way to do that is to run it by a few of your ideal clients and say, I just ask them, is this something that you would sign up for? Is this something you would want? And get that feedback to find out if it's really something that's going to connect with your ideal market.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thought is, of course, make it result-oriented, right? Really make it like, something that your ideal client wants yesterday to really capture their attention.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Something they want yesterday. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for that tip. I think this is something that a lot of people sort of overlook when they put a pretty website together and have the little box saying, sign up for newsletter. And then they wonder why they're not growing the list, right?
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay. So now the next question is, what are the top 3 steps to make our website to really get results? For example, like you said, to build our email list, or the next thing I would say is, where's the money, right? How are you going to build your website so that it's actually generating income for you?
Right, yeah, that's a really, really crucial piece. And so the top 3 steps are really to first know your ideal client, know who they are inside and out, what words they use, what language they use, how they describe everything that you're talking about, how they describe where they're at and that result that they're looking for. Step number 2, also along with step number 1, to really know what is that number 1 problem that they're coming to you for help with. Like, really understand the pain, the problem, where they're at, what they're struggling with, and what is it that they want? What is that transformation or that result that they want? So you need to be really clear on that, so you really understand who they are and where they're at, what they're looking for. Then step number 2 is to give them an easy, irresistible next step, which is that free gift, that sign up, and make it all about where they're at, what they're looking for, that number 1 problem. See if you can give them like just one little teeny tiny baby step towards solving that problem in that free gift. So it's something that really addresses what they're looking for, helps them start to kind of dig in and start to solve it, and gives them a taste of what you have to offer, what you're like, what your work is all about, so that they start to get to know you as well. And then step number 3 is to then follow up and build a relationship with them. Once they're on your list, you don't want to just kind of abandon them and leave them on their own and never talk to them again. You want to be reaching out with emails and building that relationship, and you can do that through setting up an autoresponder series so that as soon as they sign up, they start getting these emails. You can do that through your regular marketing, like making sure that every week or every couple of weeks, however often you're going to do it, you're sending out those emails, keeping in touch, sending them great resources and content and extra bonus goodies, whatever you want to send them, but really keeping in touch, building that relationship, and then also letting them know how to now take the next step. So if they're ready to dive in and work with you, or maybe you have a program that would be a great fit for them, whatever that next step might be, making sure you're letting them know that too, making it really easy and obvious for them to actually become a client now. So those are the 3 steps.
Yeah, those are great tips. I often see, most coaches and healers and practitioners, they're kind of like, okay, they put content out there, it's great, but then they forgot the very important step of, the very important thing of call to action, right?
Right.
It's like people don't even know what you offer. How are they going to become your clients?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can't just assume that they're going to get it, that they're going to know what to do next. You've really got to make it clear, like, click here to book a call with me, or click here to check out this program, or like make it obvious and easy.
Right? It's almost like so obvious that you say duh, and then you're on the right track.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. By the way, Jess, I really love that article you wrote a while back on call to action. That is really great reminder that you really have to spell it out and make it clear and say it multiple times.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's such an important piece that people miss all the time in their marketing. You've got to make it obvious.
Yeah. Okay, next question for you. What should go onto the homepage of a website, assuming that is the most important page of the website?
Great question. And this is another place where I see a lot of people making mistakes too, is they're putting too much stuff on their homepage, and too much stuff that distracts people instead of actually getting them to take action. So the way I recommend setting up your homepage to really get the best results is to really focus it on that free gift and that email sign up. Make your homepage all about enticing them to sign up for this amazing gift that you have for them. and you want that sign up to be like front and center. You don't want them to have to scroll down to find it. It needs to be right there, right up at the top of the page, so that it's really easy, really obvious that this is what they need to do. If they want to learn more, they need to sign up for this free gift. And then if you want to put some more content on there, you can put like some testimonials down below that. I wouldn't recommend putting too much more than that on there, like just that sign up with some bullet points that really tell them what they're going to get, a headline that really makes them want this, makes them want to learn more, and then the sign up. Like, keep it really simple. And then have some testimonials down below that, kind of some of your best of the best testimonials, so that they can kind of get a feel for how you've helped other people as well. And then leave it at that. You don't want to put too much more on there, especially like don't put blog posts on there. Don't put too many, all these links that they can click away to go and distract themselves. Keep it really focused on that free gift sign up, because that's the action that you want them to take. Especially when it's people that are new to you, they haven't been around on your website before, they don't know who you are, they don't know your work yet. That's that step you want them to take, is to sign up and get on your email list so you can build a relationship with them. So make your homepage really focused on that to really get those new people into your community as soon as they hit your website.
That's a great tip. So I do have a question on that. Okay, when someone who is the first time to your website and land on your website, would you want them to have? Would you want to have a little bit of copy just to tell them what you do and you do it for whom, if they're in the right place? Like, is that necessary? Because I do see a lot of people do that.
Right. Yeah, that can certainly be beneficial too. I think you can put it in there if you want to. You can leave it out if you don't really want it there. It's kind of up to you and what you want to do. It can certainly be really good to have that there, even if it's just like really brief, like just a paragraph and maybe some bullet points. You know, is this you? And then you've got some bullet points kind of describing who they are and what you help them with, that kind of thing. You can also have more of that stuff on your About page and your Services page, though, and people will know to go there to learn more about you as well. People are really savvy nowadays, and they know where to look for that kind of info on a site, too. So it can be great to have just kind of like a little bit of that on your homepage as well. That can certainly work.
Awesome. A small question on the list building thing. I do that also. I see more and more people using the light box or the pop-up thing for their WordPress site to capture leads. What's your opinion on that?
I tend to still kind of go back and forth on that. It's something that I have clients who very much love it and want to have it on their site, and I think that's fine. I have other clients who see it on sites and hate it, and they're like, there's no way I'm ever having that on my site. I think it's really kind of up to what you like and what you want, because there's going to be people who are kind of turned off by that, but then there's people who like it. It seems to be really kind of divided as far as what people like around that. So I think it's kind of up to you. If you do want to have something like that on your site, though, I would say make sure that it doesn't pop up every time someone hits your site. Like for return visitors, if they're coming back to your site, if they've been there in the last 30 days, 60 days, whatever, make sure that it's set so that it won't keep showing to those repeat visitors, because that gets really annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying. Absolutely. Okay. So you often talk about building an empire. What does that mean, and how does it relate to our website, and how do we set it up so that the website actually supports the empire that we have in our vision?
Yeah, so this is a really great piece to look at. The empire is really kind of the big picture view of your whole online presence. So it's more than just your website. It includes your social media profiles. It includes your shopping cart. It includes I would even go so far as to say it could even include your offline marketing, your business cards, your brochures, your pamphlets, your signage, any kind of offline marketing that you have as well could be kind of lumped into that empire. And any articles that you have out there on other blogs, other sites, basically any marketing pieces that you have for your business are part of your empire. And all of these pieces are kind of out there. They're like outposts. They're out there to connect you to your ideal clients, and then ultimately they need to be linking back to your website, directing people back to your website so that they can get signed up, join your community.
Mm-hmm.
So the website is kind of like the hub, and then you've got all of these different outposts kind of around it that link back to it. And it's really important to make sure that, you know, all of your social media profiles, all of your marketing is linking back to your website, directing people back there so they can really learn more about you, get signed up if they want to get that free gift, if they want to keep in touch with you, that kind of thing. So it's like your website's the hub, and then your empire includes all of these other outposts that link back to the hub. So that's kind of the big picture view of empire versus website and how it all works together.
Great. I like that you brought up the fact, you know, with other social media and everything else. And I'm always like, you know, website is your home base, and you don't want to lose your website because you have all these social media things going on, because essentially all these other things like social medias and whatnot I would say it's not your property, right?
Right.
Versus website is yours. So, you know, if tomorrow Facebook change everything or everybody leave Facebook, and it doesn't matter if you have, you know, 500,000 followers. If no one is on Facebook, your stuff don't get seen.
Right, exactly. That's a really good point. I've had clients who've lost all of their YouTube videos and lost things on Facebook and those kinds of things. So yeah, you can't count on it being there forever. So it's really important to have that website as your hub, that you own it, you control the content, nobody else can kind of just take it down on a whim, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say, remember MySpace?
Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a great example. Great example.
Okay. So, I probably like, you know, I am going to ask you one or two last questions, seeing that I don't want to take up too much of your time, and understanding the YouTube/internet attention span, because I know we can go on forever.
Right.
So a lot of people kind of drag the process of doing anything, you know, sort of tacky. They see it as, you know, drag, it's not fun. So how can we make the process of creating our website easy and fun?
Yeah, this is a really great question, and this is something I love to work with my clients around. It's something I always hear from my clients, like, you make this so easy and fun. And it really goes back to kind of a couple of things. First, if you're dealing with a lot of techie stuff that you don't get, you don't understand, it's really hard, you can't figure it out, get some support. Even if it's just a virtual assistant who knows WordPress and can come in and help you out, that kind of thing. Get whatever support you need. You don't need to be figuring out all of this stuff yourself. You need to be focused on your mission, serving your clients, not figuring out weird techie stuff. So get some support with that. That will make it a ton easier for you. And when you're looking for support, look for someone who really gets you and is excited about what you're up to and can really support you and your mission in a bigger way than just, you know, someone who knows WordPress but doesn't get your business, doesn't get you kind of thing. So it's really important to have that support that's kind of aligned with who you are and where you're going. That will make it so much easier, so much more fun too. And then my final tip on this is, when it comes to those things that you do need to do yourself, maybe it's writing the website content, maybe it's putting together that free gift, maybe it's updating a blog post, whatever it might be, those things that you do actually need to do yourself, you can't just give them to someone else to do. Look for ways to make it fun for yourself and really use your imagination here. If you're just dreading sitting down and writing that blog post, ask your imagination how you can make this fun. And maybe you want to go and sit out in a park and write it instead. Maybe you need to go to a coffee shop and write it there instead. Your imagination will give you ideas to kind of mix things up and make it fun. So definitely tap into that for ideas on how to make this fun, how to make this easy, how can I do this a little bit different instead of just the same old way, that kind of thing. And then also, if you find that you're really kind of stuck and blocked and you sit down to write that blog post and it's just not happening, you're getting frustrated, get up and walk away from it. Come back to it later. Go and take a walk, take some kind of a break. Give yourself that space to kind of just step away from it, and that can make a really huge difference too. Rather than sitting there trying to figure it out, getting more and more frustrated and wasting half of your day or your whole day or whatever, just walk away from it and come back to it later. It'll be there waiting for you later. It's not going to go anywhere.
No, your website is not going away. And another thing I do notice with people is they keep saying, I'm not tacky, or I don't know what to do with it. And they're basically putting that seed in their head and sort of doing a self-defeating thing before they even start. Right?
Right. Yeah. That's a big one that I hear a lot too. Oh, I'm not computer savvy. I'm not techie. I don't understand this stuff. That's okay. You're not going to understand it all. You're not going to get it all. That's okay. You don't need to. Again, look for that support to help you with it, and don't be afraid to just dive in and do it too. To just dive in and start playing with it, taking action on things. It's okay to play with things. It's okay to make mistakes and try things and kind of explore it and figure it out as you go. You don't need to know exactly how to do something right from the start. You can figure it out. Everything's figure-outable, as Marie Forleo would say.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. And I think that's a really great way to end the conversation is dive in and do it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the best way to learn. It's the best way to get good at anything. So just dive in and do it.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much, Jess. I think you leave our audience some really great insights and great tips on really using website to support your business. So can you tell us again where we can find you?
Yes, absolutely. So you can find me at jesswebb.com, and I actually have a really great free gift there. If you want to learn more about how to really set up your website to get the results that you want, come on over and check out my 6-figure website starter kit. And that has got some really great video trainings and report and audio trainings and all kinds of nice goodies in there for you to dive into if you want to learn even more about this.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jess. I'm so happy that we get the chance to have me interview you and share your insights and wisdom with my community.
Yeah, thank you, Ling, for having me on the video with you. This was a lot of fun, and I'm glad to be able to share my tips.
Thank you.
Yay!
All right, bye.
Bye.